Agree. You pass an amendment allowing the use of gunpowder in mines. You take his hand, Hagman gives you a strong handshake. You tell him that you share his apprehension and understand that Silva is crucial to the province. You promise to amend the law so that the restrictions do not apply to silver mines. Thank you, Michael Brante. Nobles who care about the needs of the common folk are few and far between. This is what nobility really means. I share your belief that only a union of the estates will lead the empire to order and prosperity. You can count on my support. Silva is the lifeblood of Magra. Today you've not only saved us all from ruin, you've also made every Magran a little bit richer, yourself included. I'll make sure the Brantes get a share of the profits. And I promise you, Brante, this gunpowder will shatter those ancient rock formations and reveal their hidden treasure to us all. So we made a deal with Mayor Egmont, wealthy and powerful industrialist based in Anisotia. So we have indifference +1. Just have a look at that. Wealth of Magra. Now it's really affluence. Perfect. It's affluent. Commoners are protected. Look. Very good, +2. 12 +1. Perfect. Moderate means. Egmont made a deal with you. You're helping him to legitimize the use of gunpowder in the mines. Debacle in the shop. Justice more equal 8. Your Turner, as judge, has yielded considerable results. More and more often, common people come to the prefecture to assert their rights and succeed in doing so. Some local villagers have even started coming to seek the court's protection. All over the province there is talk that a new era has come, that the law is in fact the same for all. This morning, on your way to the prefecture, you anticipate a peaceful day full of paperwork. But as soon as you enter your office, Elborna rushes in after you. Don't sit down, Brante. You've been assigned an urgent investigation. This morning, a tradeswoman, old Mrs. Steiner, came to the prefecture with her 2 grandchildren. She demands that we punish Sorel Borgia for setting fire to her shop and trying to rob her. Well, the Steiners had just finished writing up the complaint when Elverger himself came bursting in. He immediately sued the Steiners for his own murder. I've come to warn you, Brante. Even though the Steiners were acting in self-defense, you still have to find in favor of Elverger. You are surprised to hear this from Elborna. Seeing your perplexed look, the prefect frowns. I'll explain. The foul low-born shorekeepers, like the Steiners, wouldn't have dreamt of suing a nobleman. Everything was always decided in favor of nobility, as you may recall. But now the law has more power. Our efforts have not been in vain. However, now we are talking about the murder of a nobleman by commoners. I'm afraid these changes have been too drastic. The governing elite of the province are watching our every step. Justifying the murder of a nobleman would be going too far. The overseer and the magistrate might well decide that it's time to take back the common people's rights. We can't let that happen. Michael. Court is in session. You are presiding of the Board of Justice. One bench is occupied by the sombre Maximilian Elverger. His papers state that he is a nobleman of the sword, living off his estate. He strokes the pommel of his sword nervously and breathes heavily, ready to explode in a fit of rage. On the other bench you see the Steiners, the low-born owners of the well-known jewelry store. Anne Steiner, a short, wizened woman wrapped in several layers of dark silk, looks defiantly at Elverja. Her two grandchildren stand silently behind her, their faces impassive. My Scott noticed the fire at the Steiner shop. We stormed in and saw those Steiners standing over the dead body of Sir Elverja and watching it crumble to dust. The old woman shouted that she had to go to the prefecture, so we brought her and her grandchildren here, and Sir Elverja suffered a lesser death before our very eyes.
Miscreants! Those lowborns!
He sternly called the nobleman to order. The commoners will speak first. Sir Elverja showed up at our shop at dawn and started banging on the door. We opened, despite him being completely drunk, scarcely able to stand on his feet. He demanded to see our pearls. Well, what could I do? I showed them to him, and then he started sweeping our pearls right into his own pockets. I tell him, those pearls are not free, sir. But he throws his sword. I'm a nobleman, he says. Everything should be free for me. Such is your lot, he yells. Your lot is to work for me. Well, I explained that the pearls cost 20 coins, so he takes a lit lamp and smashes it on the floor, and then he charges at me with his sword. My grandchildren came to my rescue. They went and pushed him. They used no weapon, naturally. Sir Elverja hit his temple against a showcase and fell. We came to see how he was, but he was already dying. We didn't kill him, his own anger did. So I didn't come here to confess to murder, but to ask you, Your Honor, to protect our family against this bloodsucker. We had a hard time putting the fire in the shop out after what that rascal did.
You ungrateful old hack! You should have been delighted that I was taking your pearls. All the high society would have seen them. You're a blasphemer, too, not knowing your lot. The lowborn must not contradict his nobles. It's forbidden. I know my lot. I'm supposed to command. So I'm right when I take what I want from the rabble. And His Honor, the judge, will agree with me. Your Honor, I appeal to you, one nobleman to another. It's simply an outrage for the rabble to behave like this. Those little shopkeepers took my first life from me. Me! To the end of the legacy. Demand that they stop to be hanged at once. Or burned at the stake since they follow the heroes of orders. Only the heretics deny their lot.
There is commotion in the courtroom. Those who came to support the Steiners are infuriated by the nobleman's words. Elverja's noble friends frantically demand that the lowborn be silenced. You call the court to order, but to no avail. The room will not calm down until you deliver your verdict. You rub your temple. If you manage to acquit the old lady, it will set a precedent for the entire empire. The lowborn have never had the right to defend themselves with force against one another, let alone nobles. You had the increased influence of the prefecture on your side. You could even try to legalize the right of the common people of the market to defend their lives. But such a daring move will not succeed without the support of powerful people. You remember Elborn's warning. What would the consequences of your decision be for the common folk of Anizote? Should you quit the Steiners? Can you? So, yes, you can acquit the Steiners. The Steiners were merely protecting themselves. We broke no law. We cannot grant the right to self-defense because we do not have patronage of the powerful. Or we can punish the Steiners. The law must defend the rights of noblemen who suffered a lesser death. What will you choose?